Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating. I'm working today. I'll make something on Saturday for the kids and some friends of ours. Anyways, I want to quickly go over where we are and where we need to be before winter break and talk a little bit about the A-level retakes, because I have a lot of you who are asking about that for Unit 2, and I'm sure some of you will be asking about it for Unit 3. So this is, let me go quickly to the rubric. The A-level part I'm talking about is just on the, not on these assignments. So there's some assignments you have to do within the unit, but what I'm going to talk about today is this part, the AP type assessment, and that B level is 75%, and I'm retesting B levels right away, but A levels I'm doing in groupings because I have too many who want to retest to do this on as soon as the students finish units. So I'm grouping this together. So you need to be up to date to do the retake before Christmas break. So you can see right now we are on week 12. We are finishing this. All right, so we're trying to wrap up College Board's unit. This is actually nice right now because this is, no, it's still, I'm trying to mark it for you. It's QSI's Unit 3, but College Board's Unit 2. So when you're looking for, some of you are getting to the progress checks, make sure that, and that's why I'm labeling it here for you. I'm telling you this is progress check 2 because you're doing it on the College Board and you have to deal with how the College Board labels things. I have unlocked QSI's Unit 5. I know it's out of order, but that's because it fits better to winter break. This part of learning, right? This is part of the College Board's Unit 3. Boy, do we end up confusing with numbers, but I'm trying to label everything so we all remember it. This fits nicely because we have week 13 and week 14 before winter break. So here's what, and usually this stuff comes together pretty quick. You can work on the A-level modification, behavior modification plan over winter break. And this is short. There's no test here. So, right, we're at December 11th with this project. The project is not so hard. You should be able to sit down and do it at once. And then you're going to do a review. And there is a cumulative assessment here. This will be the retest. This is when I say retest of Unit 2 and 3, this is an AP style test. And if you need to retest to get that grade for Unit 2 or Unit 3 for QSI, this is where you're going to do it. But here's the big thing. It has to be done before winter break. We're not dragging out working on A levels anymore. This has really changed with QBS. I've been asked to change this and not let it go on and on. So if you're looking to get an A on Unit 2 or 3, and the part you need to do is not the project part, but the testing part, then you need to get to this before you go on winter break. All right, if you have questions on this, just let me know. And just kind of briefly, I was at PD last week and I saw lots of things that AI can do, and I know that students don't have to write anything anymore. And I heard lots of educators tell me ways in which I should try to embrace these technologies. And I'm going to tell you why I don't. And I'm going to try to encourage you why you should not take the easy path. And here's my kind of concrete example. When I was a child, I heard from my mother all of the time, why do I need to cook this? Why do I need to learn how to make this from scratch? There's this box. And in America, some of you might know, there's this box of muffin mix called Jiffy, and there's cans of soup called Campbell's. And so I never learned what soup tasted like made from scratch. I never knew how easy it was to make muffins or pancakes or really anything. Everything came out of these ready-made boxes because they were easy. And as I really started to dive into my own health, I had some health issues before I had children, in that my first child was IVF. Maybe I couldn't have children. I had severe endometriosis, most likely caused by environmental problems, greatly linked to what you eat. So I went down this path of how do I become healthy, and I learned how to do things again. But Had I not made that choice, my children really wouldn't know what real food is, because I at least had a grandmother who cooked, right? So I had some idea of what it was. I had some idea of what you had to do to cook, and learning to cook was hard. It took a lot of time and effort. Learning to grow my own food has been hard, and it takes a lot of time and effort. For you, learning to write or learning to speak another language, it's hard, and it takes a lot of effort, and you're being offered things that make it easy. And you may be really tempted, just as tempted as my mother was, to open up the box or the can of soup. You're really, really tempted to take that easy. And I know there's so many things in your life that are hard and that you're crunched for time. And so you're always looking for ways to make it be easy. But that once you take it, it's the next time it's easier to take that path, and it's easier. And then pretty soon, maybe you never learn to do something that you could be really great at. Right? Maybe by not getting through that hard part, you never figure out or you never understand what you're fully capable of doing. And it's one thing to talk about this as each individual, and it's another thing to talk about it is whole sets of society who just choose what's easy. Or I heard some adults telling me, I'm just not a very good writer, and so this helps me be better at it. And yeah, that's true. But how do you know you can't become a better writer, right? Like, all of these things take effort. And so I just have this huge fear that we're all gonna just choose easy. And in the end, there's gonna be just some huge unintended consequences for nobody knowing what they're actually capable of doing, because they've gotten so used to choosing what is easy and quick. Anyways, I don't like to lecture. That's enough. I do hope that you'll choose your hard. There's lots of good quotes out there on choosing hard. But, when it comes down to the choice, can I write it fast and easy, or do I work at it? I hope you'll choose work at it, because in the end, you'll know so much more about yourself than making that choice to choose easy. Have a very good Thanksgiving. I know it's past by the time you get this. Let me know if you have questions of how we're grading and what we need to accomplish before winter break. Thank you for your attention to this message.